Hello everyone. Today we discuss about developing complementary and alternative medicine. The objective of medicine is to address people's unavoidable needs for emotional and physical healing. This discipline has evolved over millennia by drawing on the religious beliefs and social structure of numerous indigenous peoples, by exploiting natural products in their environments, and more recently by developing and validating therapeutic and preventive approaches using the scientific method, public health and medical practices. How now have now advanced to a point at which people can anticipate and even feel entitled to lives that are longer and of better quality than even before in human history. Yet, despite the preservedness, power, and promise of contemporary medical science, large segments of humanity either cannot access its benefits or choose not to do so. More than 80% of people in developing nations can barely afford the most basic medical procedures, drugs, and vaccines. In the industrial nations, a surprisingly large proportion of people opt for practices and products for which proofs as to their safety and efficacy is modest at best. Practices that in the aggregate are known as complementary and alternative medicine or as traditional medicine. Much of this book considered the formidable challenges to avoid advancing human health through the further dispersion of effective and economical medical practices. This chapter considers both proven and unproven but popular complementary alternative medicine and traditional medicine approaches and attempts to portray their current and potential place in the overall practice of medicine. With globalization, the pattern of decision in developing countries is changing. Unlike in the past, when communicable diseases dominated, now 50% of the health burden in developing nations is due to in non-communicable diseases such as cardiovascular diseases, diabetes, hypertension, depression, and use of tobacco and other addictive substances. Because lifestyle, diet, obesity, lack of exercise, mm, depression, and stress are important contributing factors in the causation of these non-communicable diseases. CAM and TM approaches to these factors in particular will be increasingly important for the development of future health care strategies for the developing world. We refer to medical practices that evolve with indigenous peoples and that they have introduced to other countries through immigration as traditional medicine. We refer to approaches that emerged primarily in Western industrial countries during the past two countries as scientific or Western medicine, although we acknowledge that not all practices are and products that people choose as adjuncts to or as alternatives to Western medical approaches. Increasingly, the terms CAM and TM are being used interchangeably. Endless varieties of practices are scientifically unproven and poorly accepted by medical authorities for the sake of organizing an agenda for research into these approaches. The US National Institutes of Health has grouped them into five somewhat overlapping domains. Biologically based practices. This include use of vast array of vitamins and mineral supplements, natural products such as chondroitin sulfate, which is derived from bovine or shark cartilage, herbals such as ginkgo biloba and echinacea, and unconventional diets such as the low carbohydrate approach to weight loss espoused by the late Robert Atkins. Manipulative and body based approaches. These kinds of approaches, which include massage, have been used throughout history. In the 19th century, additional formal manipulative disciplines emerged in the United States. Chiropractic uh, medicine and osteopathic medicine both originated in an attempt to relieve structures, both forces on vertebrae and spinal nerve roots that practitioners pursue as evoking a panoply of illness beyond mere musculoskeletal pain. Mind body medicine. Many ancient cultures assumed that the mind exerts powerful influences on bodily function and vice versa. Attempts to reassert proper harmony between these bodily systems led to the development of mind body medicine, an array of approaches that incorporate spiritual, meditative and relaxation techniques. Alternative medical systems. Whereas the ancient Greeks postulated that health requires balance of vital humors, Asian cultures considered that health depends on the balance and flow of vital energies through the body. This latter theory underlies the practice of acupuncture, for example, which asserts that vital energy flow can be restored by placing needles at critical body points. Energy medicine. This approach uses therapies that involve in the use of energy, either biofield or bioelectromagnetic based interventions. An example of the former is Reiki therapy, which aims to realign and strengthen health push energies through the intervention of energies radiating from the hands of master healer.